Today we will discuss about the basic circuit laws, KCL and KVL, and its implementation in MATLAB. The full form of KCL is Kirchhoff's current law. It states that total current entering a circuit node is exactly equal to the total current leaving the same node. In other words, the algebraic sum of all the currents entering and leaving a node or junction must be equal to 0. This Kirchhoff law, current law, is commonly known as the conservation of charge, as the current is conserved around the node with no loss of current. Now we consider a simple single node circuit with a single node. Let current I1 and current I2 are entering into the circuit, and the current leaving from the node is I of t, means I of t, current, total current. So now according to the KCL, so what will happen? So the total currents entering into the node is equal to the current leaving from the node. So I of t is equal to current of entering I1 plus I2. So in the other words, we can write it as I total minus I1 plus I2 is equal to 0. Now we learn how to implement the Kirchhoff's current law in MATLAB. So in order to design a KCL, we need some DC voltage source. So now I am searching for the DC voltage source in the Simulink library. No, not this one. A simple DC voltage source. So we have to search in the MATLAB library, Simulink library. So now we got the DC voltage source here, and now double click on it and set the value. Let it be 24 volts and apply. OK. So now we need some resistance. So in order to uh, search for the resistance, type search for series RLC branch. So now we got the series RLC branch, double click on it and just only choose for the resistance. Now give the required resistance value, and we need take a parallel branch of resistance. Let it be take 3 parallel branch with same value of resistance, or we take one resistance value is 8 ohms and another value is 12 ohms. Now in order to find the current in the circuit, we need some current measurement. So now just add the current measurement to the circuit, first to the DC voltage source, and next to the resistance 1, the 8 ohm resistance, and another current measurement to the 12 ohms resistance. Now connect the remaining circuit. Just adjust the current measurement accurately so that you can get some good diagram, and check for the polarity also. So to rotate the Simulink block, we need to uh, do Control plus R to rotate the block. So now finish the remaining part of the connections. Let connect the from voltage source to the R1 and R1 to the R2. So now we have to find the value of the measurements. So what are the measurements? What are the measurements coming? We have to find the. So we are putting the display unit to see the measured value. So now we have three display units, one for the one for the current entering, and another for the current, another two for the current leaving. Now put the power GUI to find the current values. Now run the circuit. So we got 5 amps to the current entering to the circuit, and 3 amps at resistance R1 and 2 amps at resistance 2. So R1 resistance is 8 ohms. So 24 by 8 is 3 amps. Similarly, R2 value is 12 ohms. So 24 by 12 is 2. So 3 plus 2. So the total current entering is 5 amps, and the total current leaving is, for the resistance, for the parallel resistance R1 is equal to 3 and the parallel resistance R2 is equal to 2. So finally R1 I1 is equal to 3 amps and I2 is equal to 2 amps and I total is equal to 5 amps. So in this way we can verify the KCL in MATLAB. KVL. The full form of KVL is Kirchhoff's voltage law. It states that for a closed loop series path, the algebraic sum of all the voltages around any closed loop in a circuit is equal to 0. In other words, the algebraic sum of all the potential differences around the loop must be equal to 0. Now we consider a small closed loop. A single closed loop system consists of one voltage source and a resistance R1 and a resistance R2, and it is forms a closed loop. Now according to the KVL, the total voltage across the closed loop should be 0. The sum of total voltages in the closed loop is 0. So here three voltage sources are there. One is voltage from the source, and the voltage drop across the resistance R1 and the voltage drop across R2. Here the flow of current through the resistor is from point A to point B. So this is from positive terminal to negative terminal. So thus we are traveling in the same direction as current flow. There will be a fall in potential across the resistive element give rise to a negative voltage drop. So minus I into R1. Similarly, for the resistive element minus R2. We add Vs plus Vr1 plus Vr2 is equal to 0. So Vs minus I into R1 minus I into R2 is equal to 0. So Vs is equal to I into R1 plus R2. So R1 plus R2 is equal to R equivalent. So the voltage Vs is equal to I into R equivalent. So now we implement KVL in MATLAB. So in order to implement this KVL, we need some DC voltage source. Take appropriate DC voltage source from the MATLAB Simulink library and check for the polarity and double click on it and keep the value 90 volts. Apply OK. Now we need a resistive source. resistive element. So take series RLC branch and choose R and give the resistance 100 ohms. Apply. OK. So now take 3 branches to make a complete loop with 100 resistance. R1 is 100, R2 is 100 and R3 is 100. Now we have to measure the voltage across source voltage and voltage drop across the VR1, VR2 and voltage drop across VR3. Now connect voltage source to VR1 and voltage source to VR2 and voltage source to VR3 in order to and now check the total current in the circuit with current measurement. So now we finished the complete closed loop which consists of voltage source, resistive element R1, resistive element R2 and resistive element R3. Now keep display to current measurement to check the current across the loop. Now we need a voltage measurement across all these voltage source and voltage across the R1 and voltage across R2 and voltage across R3. Now current voltage measurement at Vs source voltage 90 volts and put a display unit to it. Similarly, we need another voltage measurement and a display unit at voltage drop across resistive element R1. Now take a voltage measurement and put it across the R1. Now drag much better one to get the accessibility and connect the voltage measurement across the VR1 and the voltage measurement across VR2 and the voltage measurement across R3. Now add display units for VR1 and VR2 and VR3. Now in order to find the current and voltage across the circuit we need power GUI, power GUI. So now double click and search for power POWER GUI. POWER GUI. So now run the circuit. So now you can see the voltage at the source is 90 and voltage drop across resistive R1 is 30 and voltage drop across R2 is 30 and voltage drop across R3 is 30. So Vs minus VR1 minus VR2 minus VR3. So 90 minus 30 minus 30 minus 30, so is equal to 0. So you can see here the total voltage V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. Hence we can say